It's NBC 26 at 10. Marinette County officials find a man's body inside of a truck at the bottom of a lake. Plus, Governor Walker reacts to the president's plan on imposing tariffs to steel and aluminum. And a man is dead after he shoots himself near the White House today. Marinette County officials are working to identify the man whose body was found after his truck went through ice. Now, neighbors are saying they're planning to be more careful in what they call a dangerous area. NBC 26's Shane Gustafson has the latest.
Police tape keeping people off the ice on Lake Nakube Saturday morning.
It's just sad. It came very unexpected.
The Marinette County Sheriff's Office called here Friday night after a fisherman found a cooler floating in the water. Police used underwater cameras and found the man dead inside his truck. Rick Wysocki was nearby.
I was fishing on the west end, and there's 24 inches ice. I had the truck out there, and usually at this time of year, the biggest thing is the shore going out.
Several neighbors we talked with say they're surprised to hear of the incident since things like this don't happen very often. But they do say that area of the lake can get dangerous this time of year. And that's why some are using extra precautions.
No fish is worth dying for, and boy, that's pretty much a freak.
But now it has neighbors talking about safety. Many of them gathering on Maple Beach Drive where the man went into the water, each hoping a situation like this doesn't happen again.
You just never know. Like the DNR says, there's never any safe ice, and there's a classic example, I guess.
Reporting in the town of Middle Inlet, Shane Gustafson, NBC 26.
And out of Gamey County now, authorities say a 69-year-old Green Bay man is dead after a two-vehicle crash this morning. Out of Gamey County officials say it happened on State Highway 55, just north of County Highway J in the town of Osborne. They say he was driving south on State Highway 55 when he crossed the center lane and it struck a semi-tractor and trailer that was heading north. They say the 69-year-old was trapped inside the car and died on the scene. The crash is still under investigation. Well, it was a pleasant day outside for much of northeast Wisconsin, but how much longer is it going to last? Gino Recchi has your first forecast. Gino.
Mo, it looks like tomorrow it's going to be similar in temperatures, but a little bit more cloud cover as we will be watching a storm system moving through. And yes, winter weather will be coming in here, but not until likely Monday evening into Tuesday. Until then, if you like the mild temperatures, well, let's enjoy it. We had 42 degrees in Green Bay, 50s and 60s down to the south, even 80 degrees in just in the eastern part of Wyoming. Now, in terms of what we're seeing right now, here's what we're watching, some cloud cover, and that's just in anticipation of this upcoming storm system. I'll talk more coming up in just a few.
Gino, thank you. Covering America now, the man who shot himself outside the White House Saturday morning has died from his injuries. Officials say a man pulled out a gun and fired several rounds. None of them appeared to be directed at the White House, though. The Secret Service says its officers did not open fire, and there are no reports of any other injuries. And President Trump is at his estate in Mar-a-Lago tonight, taking a break from a very hectic week in Washington. Right now, there are a lot of questions about his surprise tariff announcements. Kelly O'Donnell has more.
No outward sign of swirling crises as the president and first lady return to Palm Beach.
The Dow is going to close down about 50 points.
From a whipsaw on Wall Street to shocked Republicans predicting the president's surprise plan to impose tariffs on steel and aluminum will backfire.
I think it's going to increase prices, it's going to hurt jobs.
Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross claimed consumers will pay only a fraction more on things from soup to soda.
All this hysteria is a lot to do about nothing.
Fallout inflamed by potential harm in the global economy for American businesses and workers. The president made his controversial position sound simple on Twitter. Trade wars are good and easy to win. Friday, while the president was away for the Billy Graham funeral, Chief of Staff John Kelly spoke to reporters off camera, trying to shore up his own power. I have absolutely nothing to even consider resigning over. Kelly, who took heat over his management, revisited missteps around the scandal that forced out top aide Rob Porter over spousal abuse allegations. Kelly said, "We didn't cover ourselves in glory in how we handled that." Turning to the special counsel investigation, NBC News reports that investigators are looking at the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, and discussions he had with high-profile figures from several countries during the presidential transition. Sources say the special counsel wants to know if those Kushner discussions influenced U.S. policy. Kushner has denied any improper contacts. From the serious to the silly, the president re-engaged his battle with actor Alec Baldwin, whose dying, mediocre career was saved by his terrible impersonation of me. Baldwin gave it back, saying, "I'd like to hang in there for the impeachment hearings, the resignation speech, the farewell helicopter ride to Mar-a-Lago."
And the president is getting some pushback from Republicans about his tariff proposal, including Governor Scott Walker, who is asking him to reconsider the plan. This comes as United Alloy in Janesville is considering expansion. While the company buys its steel from the U.S., they say if everyone starts buying local, the price will go up. During his tour of the facility, Governor Walker opposed Trump's plan.
Specifically asking the president and his administration respectfully to rethink their position on tariffs, both on steel and aluminum. We think that would be disruptive for the marketplace across America.
And for now, United Alloy is celebrating its growth as production expands into a new 100,000 square foot facility, and the current plant will be added on too. Some very good news from Parkland, Florida. Another victim of the shooting rampage is out of the hospital and recovering at home. Yesterday, Kyle Lamont was greeted by the paramedics who rescued him. When he got home, the whole street was full of firefighters who were also there to greet him. Lamont said he didn't think he'd make it out alive after a round from an AR-15 tore through his ankle.
You have to be grateful you're alive. And that's what's boosting me up every single day. You're alive, you're alive, you're alive.
And it's unclear if Kyle Lamont will be back to school anytime soon, but his friends say they can't wait. And on to some state news now. Several people in Northeast Wisconsin spent the morning spreading awareness about missing people in the state. Nearly 200 pinwheels were put in the ground at Fox Valley Tech's Public Safety Training Center in Appleton. People we spoke with say it's a way to bring attention to every missing person in Wisconsin and highlight the 4th annual Missing Persons Awareness event.
This is more eye-catching to people. And I do hope that they call the college and ask what these pinwheels represent. And again, if that hopefully generates more people to attend the event, again, that's more people that we can provide awareness to of those that are missing.
And the 4th annual Missing Persons event will be held from 9 to 2 in Appleton on April 7th at the Public Safety Training Center at Fox Valley Technical College. Wisconsin dentists say some patients are having a hard time getting treatment. They say the state hasn't given the industry the same funding compared to some other health services. Wisconsin Public Radio reports a 4-county pilot program launched back in October 2016 gave some dentists in the state a boost with higher Medicaid rates. Now, state officials say the program's success will be evaluated. And the state of Wisconsin is now accepting applications for farmers who want to grow industrial hemp. Hemp fiber and oil can be used in different products. Federal law doesn't explain the difference between hemp and marijuana, but Congress started to allow states to conduct research pilot programs 4 years ago. The deadline to apply for the upcoming growing season is May 1st. And it's safe to say the U.S. men's curling team is taking the nation by storm. The guys appeared on Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show. Wisconsin native Matt Hamilton was on stage with the team, and Jimmy Fallon thought there would be no better way than singing a rendition to Don't Stop Believin'. Check it out right here.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Come on, everybody! Don't stop believing.
Yes, that song never gets old. Well, Team USA won the gold after being considered the underdogs of the Winter Olympic Games. And we'll be right back after the break. Stay with us.
And now, your Storm Shield forecast from NBC 26.
Well, it's after 10 o'clock p.m. and we're still relatively mild, 30 degrees outside, 2 degrees below the freezing mark. Winds very light out of the northeast at about 5 miles per hour. And it was actually a pretty beautiful day. We had plenty of sunshine across northeast Wisconsin, and that'll continue to be the case, well, actually just for the rest of this evening, because we'll have some clouds building in out of the west. So tomorrow, Mostly cloudy skies, but at least those temperatures will still be in the upper 30s and lower 40s if you enjoy the mild temperatures. Right now, 28 degrees up towards Mountain, 29 in Manitowoc, 28 in Sheboygan, and Wapaka still holding on at freezing at 32 degrees, and Oconto at 28 degrees right now. Winds coming in lighter and variable out of the northeast, and even most of us out of the northeast at about 5 to as much as 10 miles per hour. But a lot of goose eggs out there, and it's going to be a very calm wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour for the most of us. Now tomorrow, a little bit more breezy. We'll have clouds increasing ahead of our next storm system, and also winds will be coming in out of the east and southeast between 5 to 15 miles per hour. Could see gusts near 25 miles per hour at times, but then on Monday, it'll start to really ramp up out of the east and southeast as the storm gets even closer towards our area. So could see gusts maybe near 30 miles per hour at times. Skies are starting to increase in a little bit of cloud cover. The radar is indicating a little bit of some precipitation up to the northwest of us, but nothing should be reaching the ground overnight tonight. Still have a little bit of an influence of a high pressure. There's a frontal boundary that's lifting northward, an upper level disturbance. We should be tapping into that. Our system is right over here over the Rockies. That will be moving in our way by Monday night into Tuesday, with several inches of accumulating snowfall currently ongoing over parts of the Rockies, where there's a good chunk of winter weather headlines from winter storm warnings over parts of the Rockies, even winter weather advisories. And then closer towards our neighborhood, well, we got winter storm watches in effect for parts of western Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota. That's where some pretty heavy snowfall will be occurring. No advisories or any warnings watches over northeast Wisconsin just yet, but probably tomorrow evening or so, wouldn't be surprised to start to see those headlines expanded eastward. Here's where the storm system will be moving on in here by Monday morning. This moisture just to our neighboring west. Then we get towards Monday evening into Tuesday morning. Center of low pressure gets closer, moving over northern Illinois. Heavy snowfall, perhaps at times. And then as the storm moves out of the area, high pressure returns on Wednesday. It looks like the heaviest amount of snowfall will be occurring Monday night into early Tuesday morning before sunrise. But as for tomorrow and even overnight tonight, should be mostly cloudy, temperatures hovering in the upper 20s to lower 30s, and by the afternoon tomorrow should rise into the upper 30s and lower 40s under partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, 27 degrees, east and southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, going with a high of 44 degrees. A comfortable day, mild once again. Our average highs are supposed to be in the mid-30s. So if you like the mild temperatures, take advantage of it, because we will be cooling down after the storm system passes through. Snowfall on Tuesday. Might see an initial rain-snow mix Monday afternoon. And then we do start to cool back down into the upper 20s and lower 30s. And that is actually a few degrees below the average for this time of year. But at least the dry weather does continue into the weekend.
So just get through Monday, Tuesday, and you can enjoy the rest of the week.
Yeah, so maybe do a little exercise with shoveling too.
Or tennis.
Yeah, that too.
All right, thank you so much, Gino. We'll have much more after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. More than 100 artists from across the Midwest showcased their work in Green Bay today. It's part of the Artie Gras Festival at Shopko Hall. Organizers say the event features more than 100 vendors. They also say more than half of them are local, and the rest are from surrounding states.
There is everything from wood to jewelry, ceramics, painting, photography, glass, fiber. There's artist demonstrations so you can get henna and throw some clay on the potter's wheel.
And there's another fair tomorrow from 10 to 5 if you'd like to check it out. And the Cougar Watch is still on after recent sightings in Waukesha County. A large cat caused a false alarm in the village of Eagle yesterday. It was spotted on a trail camera. The police chief said he thought it might be the same cougar previously captured on video in Brookfield and Menominee Falls. But the DNR says don't worry, it's just a house cat.
Not a cougar, but still pretty darn scary looking.
It is actually, but and there is a warrant out for Garfield, so that's my understanding.
And the DNR says cougars are around 5 feet in length, not counting the tail. They also have shorter coats than the cat spotted in Eagle. If you do see one, the DNR says don't go close to it, don't go anywhere. Sports is next when we come back.
And now, NBC 26 Sports with Chris Barrier.
Good evening, everyone. It is March 3rd, and the madness is officially upon us. Local high school and college championship season is here in Northeast Wisconsin. We'll tip things off with girls section championship basketball. First, in D1, top seed Appleton North against second seed Kimberly. The Makers were down 32-13 at the half. But they come out with fire in the second, especially Maddie Schreiber, who was wearing her heart on her sleeve, trying to get Kimberly to rally, but North proved to be just too much. Kaylin Klitze with the layup, +1, 43-25 advantage Lightning. North claims the contest 65-41. The Lightning headed back to the state tournament for a third year in a row.
Our coach came in the locker room and he said, I'm kind of sick of hearing how great Kimberly's defense is, and let's have people start raving about our defense. So that was kind of our motto, mindset going in. Playing against a great team like Kimberly all season long, they've been giving us runs. You know, we only beat them by 6 or 7 the first time. So to beat a team like this by 20 I'm really proud of my team.
In D2 action, second seed West De Pere facing the top dogs, or rather top Beavers. Beaver Dam, Benny the Beaver, he ain't messing around. But neither was Olivia McNabb, clutch like Donovan. The Phantom sophomore clearly eats her soup, if you know what I mean. But here come them Golden Beavers. Tara Stauffacher stuffs the 3. Beaver Dam sinks their teeth into De Pere, 70-49. Division III, pair of 2 seeds squaring off, Southern Door and Amherst. Late second half, the Eagles have some work to do. Megan Lacrosse takes the feed from Gabrielle Atkins, gets the bucket and the foul, but Southern Door trails 10 at the other end. Nice crossover from Ashley Groshek, the younger sister of Wisconsin Badgers running back Garrett Groshek. The genes are quite strong in that family. Amherst wins the section title 50-39. Some other championship games today. Top seed Arrowhead knocks out second seed Bayport 49-34 in the Division I Sectional 2 title. In D2, top seed Hortonville, Polar Bears take down fellow number 1 Onalaska 69-59. Bears headed back to state. And the Cinderella story in Division 5, 5th seed Gillett comes to an end after the Tigers took down number 4 and number 1. They lost today to Newman Catholic 52-40. The boys also in action tonight. Regional finals. Top seed Bayport against 9th seed Menominee Falls. The Indians hoping for an upset and looks pretty promising early in the second half. Steven Sinicki with a 3. Falls leads by 6, but here come the Pirates. Ian Melchior with a deep 3 of his own. That puts Bayport back on top. And then off of a turnover, Delanne Phillips drives the hoop and the harm, knocking the lid off the gym at that point. Suddenly, the squad's up by 7. And if anybody's looking for something to do tonight, Cordell Tinch is throwing a block party. My goodness. Bayport wins at 90-74. Division II, Pulaski is called the whole band for this one. And 2 seed hosting number 3 Notre Dame. Logan Lukasik with the sick no-look pass to Dylan Hendricks. He capitalizes, 8-3 Pulaski lead, but the Tritons weren't going anywhere. Matthew Rader driving, the big guy hits the layup. 12-9 Red Raiders, and you didn't think we'd get through this game without a Pierce Narges highlight, right? Fear the fro. It continues. Pulaski wins 56-39. The undefeated defending state champs, Xavier hosting 4th seed Freedom. If you don't want to go to Cordell Tinch's block party, that's okay, because Hawks senior Nate DeYoung is having one of his own. Look at this. Back-to-back nights for the big fella in the highlight reel. Final seconds of the half, Henry Egan drains a triplet at the buzzer. This team it's pretty special. 52 wins in a row. Xavier Hawks beat Freedom 55-35. It is on to the sectionals. In college hoops, the UWGB teams are in Detroit for the Motor City Madness. The women are the top seed in the tournament, but today's opponent is one of only 3 teams that beat the Phoenix in the regular season. Northern Kentucky, those pesky Norse, and even the bands get a little heated with the drum off. I give it to this guy. I'm sorry. Just look at him. He's got it. Kentucky led at the half, but the Phoenix seniors came out firing after the break. Allie LeClaire from the corner ties things at 27 apiece. A few minutes later, Jessica Lindstrom from behind the arc. Another double-double for Lindstrom. 14 points, 12 boards, 21 points for her counterpart LeClaire. The Phoenix win at 62-49. They advance to the semis on Monday. Link Donner's men's team beat Detroit Mercy to make it to the quarterfinal round, but not a good start today against second seed Wright State. The Raiders jump out to an 11-0 run. My math is not great, but I know that's not good. Phoenix start to find their footing later in the half. The big fella from Kimberly, Will Chevalier with the triple. Not his usual game, but it works all the same. His teammate Khalil Small dropped 34, but Wright State wins 87-72. The Phoenix end their year 13-20. Madness on ice. The NCHA Harris Cup Finals featuring St. Norbert and Adrian for the 4th consecutive season. Both their meetings this year went to OT, so why not in the playoffs? Am I right? Timmy Nixick with the Nixick nasty move in front of the net for the game winner. St. Norbert caps off the Harris Cup for a second year in a row, 2-1 in OT. They'll find out their NCAA fate on Monday morning. And I'll leave you with this. The Luxembourg Casco wrestling team got its revenge on Ellsworth in the Division II State Team Championship. Now, last year, the Spartans lost by just 1 point to these guys. This year, they win the team title by 2 points. So a huge congrats to the Lux Casco Spartans. That is a heck of a job. And that's it for sports. For more local results, be sure to check out our website, NBC26.com. We'll be right back.
Is Shermer going to implement?
Well, let's take a look at some of that snowfall. Looks like over the next few days, we could be potentially seeing some pretty good amount of accumulation. Over a couple of forecast models does showing a few inches of accumulation. Now, depending on exactly how much occurs remains the question, guys, because some forecasts are showing less totals, others are showing more, and it all depends on how much moisture. Hopefully, we have more of a detailed forecast as we get closer.
We're getting excited for the next of the week.
I know.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for watching NBC 26 Live at 10. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.